Can I truly bring in cash utilizing the web? Indeed, obviously you can, however it isn't as straightforward and simple as most things out there on the web would persuade. Here is a tad bit of my own excursion so far in web showcasing. I have been keen on bringing in cash online for a long time at this point, yet hadn't generally begun genuinely seeking after it aside from the most recent 8 months. Why, you may ask? Well, basically, data overburden. I discovered there is unending data on the web regarding the matter, however I was unable to make sense of where to begin. Attempting to explore through the huge amounts of approaches to bringing in cash online is very confounding and tedious. I found that a great deal of the data accessible depended on definitely knowing the essential data and afterward growing from that point. The issue is I didn't have the essential information. I realized how to look through the web, send messages, and put reports on my Facebook page, however that was essentially it. I continued investigating and looking on the web for a framework that would work to prepare me how to do this bring in cash web-based thing, however I was apprehensive in light of the fact that there are a large number of choices to browse, thus a considerable lot of them are tricks. It is startling. At long last, after a ton and examination, I chose to do what needs to be done and attempt one. As a matter of fact, not one, yet 4 distinct projects through the span of time, and the initial 3 were a finished and express misuse of my time and cash. My initial 2 bombed endeavors included attempting to utilize 2 separate projects that were assumed to instruct me to bring in cash on the web. Well, basically, they didn't. I at that point acknowledged I expected to accomplish more top-to-bottom research on the web. This time I chose to investigate the nuts and bolts of what every one of the numerous prospects to bring in genuine cash online was about, and limited it down to a certain something and start from that point. This was the best decision I had made to date concerning web-based advertising. I discovered that attempting to get the hang of everything simultaneously was unthinkable and I wasn't getting any place. I simply continued wasting my time and I never really began with any of the alternatives since I didn't get the hang of whatever I could truly comprehend cause it was all equitable to an extreme. I chose to concentrate on a certain something and when I was okay with that, I moved on to the following. Each thing in turn was an extremely basic and significant exercise learned for me. There are such huge numbers of alternatives to consider for bringing in cash on the web, and on the off chance that you are an amateur, all that data is confounding. For instance, there is affiliate marketing, email marketing, marketing on social media like Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, there is pay-per-click advertising, banner advertising, AdSense advertising, there is classified ad marketing like on Craigslist, making cash on eBay, MLM organizations, and so forth. This is simply to give some examples. I for one chose to begin with affiliate marketing. What is member promoting? It is an income sharing between a trader and an offshoot who gets paid for eluding or advancing the shipper's items and administrations. Separated in layman's terms, you are a sales rep for an organization, and when you make a deal for them they pay you a commission. Nonetheless, rather than cold pitching, or telemarketing, and so forth to make deals, you create traffic utilizing the web to the organization's site, and on the off chance that a deal is made, at that point you get paid. Bode well? Pretty much any organization or item you can consider you can be an associate for. A few models are Amazon.com, Walmart, Target, Barnes & Noble, and so forth. The conceivable outcomes are unfathomable. After expressly concluding that I needed to seek after offshoot promoting, I needed to begin my exploration all once more, yet this time I went to warrior gatherings on the web and found what individuals are truly saying about the various projects accessible to bring in cash on the web. Oh, I wish I had discovered these destinations 2 years prior, it would have spared me so much time and cash. These warrior discussions are individuals giving their legit criticism on the huge number of items or themes about anything you might need to think about anything. I went to the discussions about web showcasing that show you how to bring in cash on the web. The input on these discussions are severe. Individuals pose inquiries about a program or trick, as the majority of them seem to be, and individuals who have bought and attempted the projects give their genuine criticism. I followed all the remarks strings, and I discovered one program that kept springing up as a point on these destinations that had steady and positive criticism. This is the place I found the 4th program I referenced above, and this one made a huge difference for me. I have discovered that the vast majority feel that the web is set up to press a couple of catches and you will make countless dollars consistently. I realize that was the feeling that I had been given from all the examination I had done preceding this point. Let me state obviously this isn't valid. Practically just about 3% to 5% of individuals utilizing the web to win a living fall into making millions yearly class. Apologies, if that is not what you needed to hear, however now and again reality harms. Everybody's objectives are extraordinary. Would I love to make a huge number of dollars consistently on the web? Well obviously, duh. Nonetheless, I presently realize that was unreasonable. Having taken you back to reality now, I need to be clear, yes you can make money online. However, it is hard, yet not troublesome. What I mean by this is, there is a fundamental recipe and in the event that you tail it you can make an effective online business. Be that as it may, there is a long way to go. I'm totally serious, it resembles setting off for college once more. The vast majority neglect to bring in cash online on the grounds that once they see all they need to learn and do to maintain a fruitful online business they are essentially not ready to give in the exertion something to do that hard. For whatever length of time that you are happy to learn, at that point you can learn it. For whatever length of time that you are relentless and buckle down you will be effective. The more you put into it, the more you will receive in return, much the same as everything else throughout everyday life. At that point comes the most significant advance. You must take action. You won't be fruitful in the event that you learn and learn and learn, yet don't execute what you've realized. I was blameworthy of this urgent advance for quite a while. Nonetheless, don't stop your normal everyday employment. Begin working low maintenance and gradually develop your business, and when you are reliably out procuring your present place of employment, at that point leave and work for yourself full-time, if that is your own objective. In the event that you are right now jobless, at that point you have no explanation not to devote yourself full-time while you are as yet searching for another all-day work that will take care of the tabs meanwhile. Let me state clearly, not every person is removed to be a business person or entrepreneur. Numerous individuals think an on-the-web or work-from-home business is simple and not a great deal of work. This isn't valid. Any business paying little mind to what it is will take a ton of work on your part. Having a business for yourself takes difficult work, devotion, ingenuity, unlimited sums persistence, the capacity to acclimate to change, and the understanding that you will consistently keep on instructing yourself and develop as time and innovation changes. I realize that seems like a great deal, and sincerely it is, yet you should be straightforward with yourself. Just you know whether you are genuinely ready to do those things. I realize I have given you a ton to consider here, and that was my objective. In the event that you were looking the web for more data on the best way to bring in cash on the web or anything like that, I trust I have cleared a couple of things up for you. If it's not too much trouble, know this is a very consolidated form of my own story, and in the event that you need increasingly point-by-point data on what frameworks I attempted before, or somewhat more about data about me, at that point I prescribe you click on the connection to my site. Click the link in the description for more information.